So for transformation, if the values is outside of the parenthesis, you move up and down. If the values is inside parenthesis, you move left and right. Okay, so you see positive, that's up, negative, down. Positive, that's to the left, negative, that's to the right. Okay, so if they give you a graph and they want you to translate to get a different graph. So you just pick point by point. So you see for part A, we have x plus 2, so we have to move the graph to the left 2 units. So I just pick a point and I may move 2 unit. I pick a point, I move 2, I pick a point, move 2, pick this point, move 2, pick this point, move 2. So that's how I get the graph. I'm sorry, it's not pretty. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for part B, but this time because it's outside, so you have add 4, which is up 4. So you see right here, if I go up 4, I get that point. From this one, I go up 4, I get that point. From this one, I go up 4, I get this point, and so on. The reason I pick those points because I can see it. You know, if you pick somewhere right here, it's really hard for us to match. So I tend to put the one where I can see, so we can just graph. And there we have it. All right, so let's do both. You see right here, we have y equals x cubed. They want you to translate and make it into this graph, x plus 4 cubed minus 3. So you can see that we have to go left 4 and down 3. Okay, so I'm going to pick point and go. So you see this one, we go left 4, down 3. I'm gonna pick this point and then we go left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 3. Okay, let's pick this point and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can pick more point if you want, but I'm ready to draw. There we have it. All right, so let's try number 25. Okay, number 25 is quite interesting because you see right here, we have f of negative x. What's that means? That means you have to multiply x by negative 1. Okay, so if you multiply x by negative 1, that means you just change the sign of x. So if I have right here is 2, and we're going to go negative 2. Right here is 4, we're going to go negative 4, and so on. Right here is 6, you go negative 6. And that's how you get the point for the new graph. So I'm going to go negative 2, negative 4 is right here, and 6 is 5. And you have the graph. Okay, so B, you want to multiply the y coordinate by negative 1. So this one right here, 0, 0, so we have the same thing. Now, this one, y is negative 2, so you go positive 2. This one is still 0, 0. But how about we pick this one? So this one right here, you have positive 3. So you're going to have to go the opposite, negative 3 for this one. Okay, so now you have your graph. Okay, so earlier for part A, I look at x. For part B, I look at y. Now number 26. Now you see that we have y equals to f of 2x. So for number 26, we're gonna multiply, so the graph f of 2x. F of 2x, you're gonna have to divide the x coordinate by 2. So the x coordinate by 2. So we have 0, 0. This one right here, the x coordinate is 2. So if I divide by 2, I'm going to get 1. So it's going to be right here. This one, the x coordinate is 4. I'm going to divide by 2. So I get 2. So let me do this. Divide the x coordinate by 2. All right, so for part B, you want to graph y equals to half times g of x. So now we're going to multiply y by 1/2. So now we've taken care of y. See right here, 0 is still 0. This point, y is 2. And then you multiply by 1/2, which means you divide by 2. So it's going to be 1. So we get this point. And then this is 4. You multiply by a half. You multiply y by half, so that means you divide by 2, so you're going to get 2. So now we get our graph. All right, so don't get confused. When you're taking care of x inside, you want to divide right here to get rid of that number, to divide x by 2. When it's outside, you multiply by the same number. Okay. So for this one, what do? We're going to move the graph to the right because it's negative 3. So we move the graph to the right 3 units. And then we multiply y by 2. Okay. So from here, you move 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Y you multiply by 0 because y is 0 here, so you multiply, you still get the same thing. Okay, how about this point right here? So this point we move to the right, 1, 2, 3. And then you multiply 4 by 2, so you get 8. This one, you just move to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. There you have it. Okay. All right. So what about part B? So part B, for part B, I'm going to go back and recall this one. You see, we go f of x, f of negative x. So you just simply change the x values to a negative, right? So same thing right here. We go from a positive to a negative x. And this is outside, so you're going to add 1 to y. Okay, so x go to negative x. For y, we're going to go y minus 1, which is down 1. Okay. All right, so let's do 1 by 1. So you have 0, 0 here. For x, when you change, you're going to go down 1. So that point. Let's take a look at this point. So that point right there is negative 2, negative 4. So for x, I change to a positive. For y, you go down. So we go down to negative 5. So we're going to go positive 2 right here and negative 5. Okay. Now, so that's for negative 2 and negative 4. How about I take care of this one? So that one you can see we have 4 and negative 2. So what do? For 4 we change to a negative. For negative 2 we go down 1, so it's negative 3. So our new values is going to be negative 4 and negative 3, so it's right here. And then we're done. For number 28, the transformation, so you see negative 1 is outside, and you have a positive plus 3 here, and you multiply by 2 here. So for the transformation for x, we're going to go left 3. So for x is minus 3, which is left. For y, we have multiply by 2, and then minus 1. So you see right here, multiply by 2 and minus 1. Okay, now let's do the transformation. You can pick an order pair. You can pick a point. So I'm going to pick this point. I'm going to pick this point. Okay, so you can see that the first point we pick is 0, 0. We want to transform it. So for x, 0 minus 3 is negative 3. For y, 0 times 2 is 0 minus 1, so it's negative 1. And then the next point I want to pick is 4, 2. Now 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. And then I can just plot the point. So negative 3, negative 1. Right here. And we have 1, 3. right here. And then the curve. Okay. Now for number 29, it's the opposite. They give you the graph and you write down you write down the function, the new function. So you can see right here, we go from here to here. So how do we do it? We go to the right 2 and we go up 3 to the right 2, which is a negative, right? Right is negative, left is positive. So I'm going to have, and this is a square root function. So square root to the right 2 and outside up 3.